Painting with acrylics is probably the most fun that you can have. But just imagine that there was a traditional fast drying acrylic out there that you could prolong the drying time anytime you wanted to, and even better, you could come back the next day and reactivate it at a whim. So I've just used the Atelier Interactive in its fast drying mode, and it's fantastic for blocking in and roughing in large areas. Dries fast, locks down solid, bam. So what I've done here is I've used the Atelier Interactive just the same as I would as any other acrylic. I've thrown the colour down, I'm going to let it dry, and I can come back and work on it later on. And if I want to be sure that it's not going to reopen, just to be sure, I add a little bit of fast, medium and fixer. That'll be locked in forever. So this is a piece that I've been working on before. It's well and truly dry, but I want to come back and work over the top. I don't need to prepare the surface, I don't need to do anything. I just pick up my paint and carry on in the same way as I would with any other traditional acrylic. So don't throw out your other quality acrylic paints. Atelier Interactive will blend with them beautifully. So one of the toughest things about working with acrylics is getting these lovely gradations of colour over a large area. This is where Atelier Interactive is really fantastic. I can prolong the drying time here. So I'm going to lay down a bit of colour and gradually blend it over a large area. And the beautiful thing about this is if for some reason it starts to tack off and the paint starts to get a bit gluey, I can pick up a little bit of my unlocking formula or a little bit of water, put it on my brush and start moving the paint around and start reopening it. It's the only paint in the world that you can really do great big blends with. Look at the way these colours are pushing together nicely. If you put a lot of paint on with the Atelier Interactive, it stays mobile for longer. Still move that around. All the time in the world. One of the truly sensational things about using Atelier Interactive, and there's no other paint in the world that will do this, is that I can reopen this paint or reactivate it. Now I painted this a couple of hours ago and as you can see it's touch dry. But now if I grab a little bit of unlocking formula and I can apply it either with a brush or with a spray bottle, and I just gently brush that across there like that and wait for a couple of seconds. This is actually a different take on letting paint dry. We're actually watching paint undry. And now I can start blending and softening. This is on paint that was dry just a couple of minutes ago. Starts to move around beautifully. The best thing about this also is that if for some reason I've mixed up a colour, it's on my palette, it's dried, but I need some, bam, bit of unlocking formula on the palette, I've got that paint ready to use again. It doesn't get any better.